Hello and welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley. For the next hour, we are going to practice expressing our opinions when it comes to the idea of beauty. What is beauty? What is beautiful? All right. Basically, we'll be having an open discussion and conversation, and I'll be asking some fairly sophisticated and advanced questions about and asking for your opinions about beauty. Debate is healthy, so if there's a number of students in the class and you want to counter someone's opinion, I'll give everyone the option. I'll ask after I speak to somebody and take their turn giving their opinion, I will ask if anybody wants to counter. Feel free to speak up, or I may do so myself. So a little conversation and debate and supporting opinions practice is what we'll be doing. And to get us started, I have something I really want to share with you guys today. But first, let me welcome Wellington. Hi, Wellington.
Hi, Hockley. How are you?
I'm fine. Wellington, is it really early in the morning there?
Yes. Here is 6 a.m.
6 in the morning. Oh. I also had to get up. I had to have a. What's that?
You are guilty.
I'm guilty.
Because I'm here now.
I'm guilty. It's my fault. Okay. Fine. Take that approach. I also had to get up at 6 in the morning today for a special class with a student. We had to review a paper that he had to submit. So anyway, I've also been up since 6. I don't. No, it's not good. No, it's not in my opinion. I hate getting up early. I'm tired all day when I have to get up early. Anyway, welcome to the class.
Thank you.
Your microphone is working great. We'll come back and talk to you in a little bit. And Sam has joined us. Hi, Sam. Hello. Good afternoon. Or maybe still morning. I don't know. Good something. Hello, Sam. How are you? Hi. Welcome to the class. All right. And also Rebecca has joined us. Hello, Rebecca.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Pretty good. Survived the New Year's festivities. And, yeah.
Good. Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year to you. And Wellington and Sam. Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
New Year, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Good
Sam.
afternoon.
Here we go. All right. Everyone's loud and clear. That's great. Okay, I have something that I really would like to share with you guys about, has to do with the topic beautiful. I want to share something that was recently in The Guardian, British newspaper. So I'm going to do a screen share. We'll get started talking about beauty today. I really want to share this with you here. Okay, here it is. Straight from The Guardian. All right. Like a beautiful painting, the image of New Year's mayhem in Manchester goes viral. All right. Well, Wellington, do you know what mayhem is?
No. For me, this word is new.
Okay. Well, it's close to chaos. Craziness. Now, for some reason, this particular picture has been conceived of by many people, the photograph, as being a very beautiful image. Let's see what you guys all think. All right, here we go. Mayhem in action. Well, let me quickly welcome Roberto, who just came in the class. Hi, Roberto.
Hi, teacher.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. Thanks. Wellington, what do you think? Does this capture your idea of artistic beauty? Or
No.
not so much? No, not
No,
finding it.
no, no for me.
Not for you.
Yeah,
Okay. Was your New Year's Eve anything like this?
no, no,
No, not at all.
no. Yeah,
All right.
thankful. Thankfully.
Thankfully. All right. Um. Okay. Well, uh, Sam, how about you? Can you see elements of artistic expression and beauty in this photograph?
In this photograph, there is no beauty, I think. They all, yeah, something is wrong. Maybe accident is occur or something like that. Or
Oh, yeah.
maybe someone, no?
Yeah, looks like someone's being arrested here.
Yes, arrested or maybe because there's a cop over there and a woman, she's telling something else.
Yeah.
And here is another man. He has a cup or tin, and he also fall down, and maybe something is
Yeah.
going on wrong.
Looks
Something
like
is wrong.
I think he has a bottle of beer, would be my guess. There. Yeah. Okay. All right. Uh, Rebecca, how about for you? Does this contain elements of beauty for you, or just forget it?
It doesn't contain any, how can I say, beauty image for me, but it's quite interesting, the concept, that is, I think, the point of the image, not the beauty,
Okay.
the idea you can get from this situation.
Right. Okay. The feeling that you're.
The feeling, yes. And always I like pictures from moments, from
Mm,
different parts of the world. It's really nice. It's good. I like that. So this uh, takes a moment in the UK. In the UK. So well, for me it's quite interesting, but not talking about beauty, about the idea I can get from this image.
uh-huh. Okay. You prefer, as I do, actually, um, the spontaneous images.
Yes, I
Spontaneous.
like because
Yeah.
it's like a piece of that part of the world, and I can
Hmm.
have it in my house. Do you get
Right.
me?
Right. I myself, I'm sick to death of selfies and posed pictures. I never have liked them. I like them even less now they're selfies. I love this. I really like this photograph. Roberto, how do you feel about the photo? Does this contain elements of beauty? Again, the reason this went totally viral, I don't know how many millions of hits, but the idea is that it's like a beautiful painting. Do you see it that way or not really?
Yes, I like the photograph. For
Yeah,
me, it's like a painting. For me, it looks very funny.
it does look very funny. And
Yes, for me.
here in The Guardian, I read some of the commentary, and there's a lot of people going, oh, these terrible people getting drunk on New Year's Eve. Oh, this is horrible. It made me think how quaint, how quaint and cozy and comfortable and how British. If this was a picture of Chicago or New York, you'd see people with guns fighting, beating each other up. You'd see blood. Not quaint at all, not cute in any way. Yeah, many people are very critical of the photograph. I just laughed. I think it's cute as the Dickens, so to speak. All right, let me share some other um, more artistic renditions. Oh, wow, what happens here? Okay, is this more artsy now, Wellington? Hmm,
More arty.
artsy, yeah.
I, I, I don't know. I think he through this picture he it show us the moments what what happened in a time, and I think okay, it's good. Maybe,
Well,
but
okay.
I think
Yeah.
it's not for me. It's not art. It's not art.
Okay. Actually, in reality, they put the photograph through a watercolor software program. Not one that I'm familiar with, but that's what they did. So there's some kind of program software that you can put in a photograph and make like a watercolor painting rendition. All right. Just hang on. I just kind of love this. I want to show you the other renditions. Oh, here we go. Very nice. Getting a little more, I don't know, Gogol here with everything. Oh, which version do you like the best? And then here we see that this design. I don't know if anybody's familiar with this. This kind of the white lines here. This is something that's called the golden ratio. It's an idealistic approach, which many of the classic portrait painters use this. Da Vinci, lots. Okay, use this concept of the golden ratio to create pictures with that. See the smaller details spiraling out to larger elements. You see. Okay, interesting. Which is why classically it does have these artistic elements. And then we've got, of course, the Photoshoppers with the guy with the beer. Lovely there. I like that one. That's very nice. Oh, yes, lovely. Okay, well, the banks of the Seine here. Oh, very nice. And Lady Liberty. All right, there we go. Okay. Yeah. All right. Super. Which one's your favorite, Sam? Now, our discussion today is beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Sam, which one is
Yes, sure.
the most attractive?
Yes, I think. Yes, and it's a very if we uh, if you think in that way as a painting, so I think it's deep. Yes, it's very deep, steady because it's very hard when you are paint. If it's use only software, that is okay, because you can do anything. You just put into that and use software. But when you are making a real painting, especially watercolor or oil paint, is so hard. It's very difficult, and we can see that how work the painter has done. We can see that there is a deep study because without this study they can paint this picture. You can see how many people's over there, and especially uh, the color especially they use, and we can see the surrounding. They very give a they try to give a reality about this picture. So I think if we think in that way, it's really very difficult. It's hard. But myself, I like the what's one picture? There is a child in the how we say in a pond, or what we call this one. Yes, go back, go down, please, down.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, this I
There we go.
yes, this I like a lot. You can see there are a lot of people over there. I don't know the man and man, but there are many people over there, so it's really
Yeah.
interesting for me.
Okay. And he superimposed his image here in the front. Okay. So you're kind of inferring, and I want to see if I understand you. You're kind of inferring to me, you're not saying it directly, and I may be wrong, so I want to clarify. You're inferring a little bit that beauty in your mind has a little bit something to do with respect for the amount of work. It's a little deeper for you than just the surface of the
Yes.
actual what you're seeing with your eyes, with your vision. It's more thinking about the work that went into it, and thinking a little beyond just the surface appearance. Is that right? Is that what you're telling me? Sam, do I have that right?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I, now that is an idea that I would like to debate and come back to in a minute. Hold on to that thought. I want to talk to Rebecca and Roberto first, but we're going to come back to that idea. Is beauty just surface, or is it a deeper thing, really? Rebecca, all right, before we get too deep, which is your favorite?
My favorite.
Yeah. Your favorite crazy Photoshop or done artistically?
To be honest, I prefer the real one. This one, yes. Yeah.
The watercolor or the actual photograph?
The real photo.
Ah, okay. All right. Oh, why?
Yeah, I don't like when some of my friends modify the picture, with some apps. I prefer always the original one.
Okay. So you're
Yeah.
inferring
Sorry.
you're inferring to me. Ah, I'm making inference on you guys. You're inferring to me that for you, beauty is more natural and less doctored.
Absolutely. Yes. And
All
is
right.
when you are sure when someone has real how can when someone is a real artist,
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Not just using some kind, well, like a program or something like that.
No, not at all. That with those apps, everyone
Yeah.
can be an artist or
Right.
very.
Yeah.
I can't remember now the word, even in Spanish.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. It's like when people started using drum machines to make music instead of playing the drums. That kind of bothered me. There was something just wrong and mechanical and machine-like and robotic. Some element of humanity seemed to be lost to me. I know what you're saying. And in addition to your point about in enjoying the natural beauty, I don't know. I wonder how many guys would agree with me by saying this. I personally, generally speaking, at least, maybe not every single case, but generally speaking, I prefer women, attractive women that have no makeup, as opposed to a woman who spends an hour making herself glamorous with fake eyelashes and whatever they do in the bathroom for an hour. Personally,
For 1 hour or even more.
I find it very attractive when a woman just looks like she's just been jogging on the beach in her sweatpants. I think she's a lot more attractive and beautiful to me that way.
Yes, I agree with you because I imagine if men in this life make up and imagine that, and I think, oh my God, why women have to make up? So it would be the same for me. It's absolutely more attractive a man without making up, of course.
Yeah. That's a horrible thought. Thank you for sharing that.
Okay.
Thank goodness. Yeah, you're right. Roberto, would you wear makeup if it were socially acceptable? Oh boy. All right. Roberto,
Yes.
people have had some interesting ideas about this, and we're gonna come back to all of that. Which is your favorite picture?
I think the picture in a lake.
In the lake? Oh, you agree with Sam. You
Yes,
like
I
this
like
one
this
here.
picture, the original picture, but I don't know who painted this. I would like to know who painted, but I don't remember.
So would I. Is this a Degas? Does anybody know? Anybody know this one? I'm not sure. Um, yeah, okay, I don't know. But I like it as well. I agree with you. Um,
I me
yeah,
feel I think it's very funny with with this the people in blue. with this person.
The guy in blue. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That guy is classic. He is the classic, like, British down and outer. Couldn't be better. He's like a, I don't know, stereotype. All right. Okay. Well, are you saying you like this because of the style of painting?
Yes, I like this. I think it's impressionist. I think.
Exactly. Yes.
I think
Impressionist
I
style.
like this. Yes, I like this type of picture. The artist, I think, paint the picture with not painting the real thing. They painted the impression, the thing they feel when they paint.
Well, there we go. The thing they feel. Okay. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So, or I've heard it this way: beauty is in the eye of the beer holder. Okay. Anyway, so your idea is all right. I think very close to that classic expression. It's in the eye of the beholder. So what the painter is painting is his impression, his feeling or impression, more than just his sensory input. Right?
Right.
Basically, is that the idea? All right.
Yes.
Okay, taking some of these ideas we got from looking at artwork and discussing relative beauty of the artwork. Think about people. Wellington, back to you. Is there any particular, what's your idea of beautiful when it comes to human beings? What is beautiful?
Beautiful is that or what you want to what you it's personal. It's personal, very personal. Beauty. Yeah, I think what is beautiful for me maybe is not for anyone.
Mm. Okay, it's hard to argue that point, so I won't. But I watched an interesting documentary about this topic, beauty and what is beauty. And interestingly, through many polling, which one is the most beautiful? Which one is the most beautiful? Which, looking at, I don't know, 10 different pictures or something, or put them in the order of what you see as beauty. And actually, the surprising thing was, I expected. What would you expect would happen, Wellington? You have 100 people picking
Okay.
10 photos. Who's the most beautiful?
Who is the most beautiful? So
Yeah.
I say that the most beautiful is there is a pattern. There is a pattern that the society put. In general, the most beautiful is something is people like, for example, um, uh, for men, like Brad Pitt, for example, a guy medium state or tall, blondie, a girl, a blonde girl, tall, skin,
Tall.
beautiful lips, and so there
Okay.
is a pattern. There is a pattern,
All
but
right.
so. Indeed, beauty. What is beautiful for you? Maybe it's not for me, but for the society, like I said, this is a pattern,
Okay.
and
All right.
the word is, I think, is moved for this.
Okay. A couple words. Be careful of the pronunciation. Blonde.
Okay,
There's an
blonde.
E at the end of the word, but you do not pronounce This is actually a very weird word. Normally when you have a one-syllable any word, one-syllable word in English with one-syllable word with a single vowel and then an E at the end, it means you need a long vowel sound, like Sam, short vowel, becomes same if I put an E at the end. But blonde, no, it's just the ah sound. It's not blonde, it's blonde. You do not pronounce the E. The E is silent, but nevertheless, it's still a short vowel sound. It's a little weird. And also be careful both of pronunciation and the use of skinny. Okay?
Skinny. Okay.
Because Wellington, slim is a positive. Slim. Thin is more or less neutral. It can be positive or negative, kind of depends how you use it. She's too thin, it's obviously negative. Oh, you've lost some weight, you're looking so thin now, obviously positive. It's neutral. Skinny is always negative. It's used as a negative in terms of attractiveness and beauty. Okay. Anyway, okay, what happened in this actual kind of experiment is basically, surprisingly, we think of somebody, all right, there you go, Brad Pitt, Julia Roberts, as being strikingly beautiful, remarkably different, and exceptionally unique and different. But the reality is most people pick the most neutral features, absolutely neutral. And what they did is they had 9 pictures of real people, and they did a conglomerate using more apps, more software, a conglomerate average picture, and that was the picture everybody picked, or a huge percentage of people picked. Actually, we think people are beautiful when they're the most average. We don't consider it average because nobody looks average, really, when you it's kind of a strange thing to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
This is according to the documentary I saw, anyway, strangely enough. And actually that thing that we looked at with the golden, whatever it is, the golden ratio, thank you. The word escaped me. It also has to do with the face and the eyes and the proportions of the parts of the face. They also talk about that in relation to beauty in the human face. Okay, Sam, how about for you? What makes a beautiful person?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. I think Wellington, he says that about the concept of beauty is depend on you, what you like. Sometimes
Right.
if we see the shape, for example, white color, eyes is very big and very, how we say that, lips are very thin, and each and everything is look perfect, but you don't like it.
Uh-huh.
You don't like it
Right.
because you think that each and everything is perfect, but you don't like. You can say that is come in a in this sense. So it is depend, and in a different group, what you like, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are really not very attractive and not beautiful, but because of his nature and because of his attitude, you like it a lot. And this is the beauty, I think.
Well, you're echoing what you had said previously, that seeing deeper into looking deeper as opposed to the surface appearance.
Mm-hmm.
So for you,
Yes, exactly.
beauty is a little deeper. It has more to do with the background and the underlying, the person underneath, or
Mm-hmm.
the hard work of the painting underneath, or the
Yes.
underlying talent of the musician makes beautiful music. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good point.
Exactly right.
All right. Does anybody else in the class want to argue that point?
Mm-hmm.
Hard to argue that one. I can't. All right. I'll try though. If anybody wants to argue a point, don't be shy. We're conversing, but also debating if we feel like there's something you want to argue. Sometimes, Sam, I kind of feel like, obviously not for you, but for many people, their idea of beauty is whatever they don't have. And by that, I'll give you an example. In California, where I used to live, everybody's busy getting a tan. They want darker skin because they think it makes them look more natural and attractive and outgoing. Whatever. A tan is attractive. Now, I live in the Philippines where most people have darker skin, brown skin. Here, everyone is using skin whitening products, soap and cream, because they want to look as white as possible. I always found that very, I don't know, makes me laugh. I love the irony. Yeah, sunblock and more. It is a crazy world. Rebecca, do you ever feel like people think it's beautiful whatever they are not? Does that make
Yes,
sense?
sure.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah. But it always happened. For different cultures, the concept of beauty is different, and even just in our
Wow.
culture, it changed years ago when my grandmother was a girl. She told me, well, here men like women fat and with a white face, nowadays skinny and get burned from the sun, that is the ideal of
Ideal.
beauty.
Yeah.
So even in our culture, the concept is changing with tendencies. There are some tendencies, but imagine in other cultures and in other countries.
Mm-hmm. Just want to introduce a vocabulary word to all of you, and that word is Rubenesque.
Rubenesque, wow.
Yeah, Ruben was a famous painter. I don't know, a couple hundred years ago, whatever. He liked to paint plump women, big, bold, curvy women. His paintings are famous for that. Beautiful, but large. So when we talk about larger women having, big bottom, big breast, lots of curves, we can use this word, Rubenesque. Yeah, I did. Sam, it's right above what you wrote in the chat box, Rubenesque. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting, but it can be used for painting. That's where it comes from, but it also can be used to talk about. It's often used in this conversation, a concept of beauty. I remember in the 60s, the general fashion was like Twiggy, the model. They were supposed to be like pencil thin, ridiculously thin, unhealthy thin, skinny. Yeah, okay. All right, so you think society's concept of beauty changes? I would agree with that. Sam, you said I don't think so. What was the thing you were saying? I don't think so. Was that about people want to be whatever they're not? My idea? Was that what you disagreed with? Which is fine. That's great, actually. Sam? Did I lose you? You're mute. Okay, well, maybe we'll come back to that. Okay, Roberto, let me talk to you for a minute. Roberto,
Yes.
totally different question. Do beautiful, tall people have it easier?
Can you repeat
They
the
have,
question, please? Can you
do
repeat?
Do beautiful people have better lives? Do they have it easier? Is it easier for beautiful people?
Yes, I think it's easier. I think there are there are less difficulties, I think, to get a job, to uh, to find the love, maybe. I think it's easy for them to find things in life.
Okay.
I think,
I
yes.
have a question. Roberto, where do you, remind me again, I'm sorry, where are you from? Where do you live?
I'm from Madrid. Madrid,
You're from
Spain.
Madrid.
Yes.
Okay.
Madrid.
All right. Well, I'm pretty 99% sure I know the answer to this, but I want to ask you anyway. Here where I live in the Philippines, it is perfectly legal to have an advertisement for a job and say applicant must be 5 feet 6 inches, at least 5 feet 6 inches tall, must not weigh more than 110 kilos, must be very attractive, must have long hair. This is perfectly legal here. In the
Mhm.
United States, that would be crazy. You'd, somebody would come and get you. You would be sued in no time. You'd be in big trouble for that. How about in Spain? Can you actually
I think it's
openly look for attractive people?
no, I think it's like United States in this case. I think the advertisement. I think they don't put. It's necessary to weigh some kilos or to height some centimeters. I think it's like United States. I think maybe some one, but the majority of the case is like it's United States. I think.
Okay, United States. All
Okay,
right.
United States.
Yeah, I just read in another. In addition to that crazy picture we looked at earlier, I also read an article over the weekend about how a Chinese airline made, as part of their interview, they made the attendants, the service attendants,
Mhm.
um, they had to wear a bikini.
Mhm.
Really? They, as part of their interview, they had to put on a bikini and come out on a stage and talk to the interviewers in a bikini.
Mhm. Yes.
Really? All
Yes,
right.
it's amazing.
It is
Amazing.
amazing. Would that happen in Spain? I don't think
No,
so.
no, no, no. It's
No
impossible.
way.
It's impossible.
Yeah, right.
It's
That would
impossible.
be ridiculous. Yeah. Woohoo. Uh, so there's another problem with beauty. To what degree is it really? Can we even talk about it without being uncomfortable? Wellington. Um, hypothetical question for you, Wellington. If you walked into you were invited to a party and you walked in and there were 50 beautiful models from Vogue or whatever fashion magazines are now in style, I don't know, but if you were surrounded by 50 of the world's top models at the party, would this make you uncomfortable? How would you feel, actually? Just how would you feel?
Uh, uh, I have to choose the 50 models.
No, no, no. You don't. You're not that lucky. No, you're just walking in to a party where it's you're one of maybe few gentlemen, and there are 50 absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, spectacularly beautiful models. Does it make you uncomfortable to be around people that are ridiculously attractive? Do you feel uncomfortable? Would you be excited? How would you feel?
I have no problem with this. Maybe in the past when I was a little shy, but nowadays no, because yeah, I grow and so I grew and so yeah, I am confident.
Okay.
I yeah, because this yeah. Maybe a lot of people, maybe you be shy, uncomfortable,
Some
and
people might be. Yeah.
a lot of people, a lot of people, a lot
Yeah.
of people.
I would
But
be excited.
Whoa.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
uh,
excited, but not uncomfortable.
right. I,
In my, I, you, I think I'll be very comfortable and think so. This is my place.
all right. It's a English expression I'd like to share. I said I'd be excited. I would be like a kid in a candy store. Oh boy, I want to talk to everyone. Oh boy. Yay. Okay. Turn me loose, turn me loose. Um, super. Yeah, okay. It's an interesting question. Um, all right. Sam, uh, okay. Speaking of models, my party full of models. Well, same question. Would you be uncomfortable
Hmm.
in a party filled with fashion models, for example?
If these are all women are okay.
If they're all women, it would be okay. What if they were all men?
Yes, it's also okay because these are models, and I think it's okay for me because I get a chance to talk if I get chance, but otherwise no problem for me. And I think that if they are all models are I really like it, and their performance and their uh, actor, for example, so I feel comfortable. And if I
All
get chance to talk with them, I try myself and take one photo with them and talk a lot. If if I get more chance, maybe sit models. So I feel very happy.
Okay. Well,
Hmm.
this is a hypothetical. Don't forget to use would. I think I
Okay.
would. If I had the chance, I
Okay.
would.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Uh-huh.
We're
Yes.
speaking hypothetically.
I would, yes,
Subjunctive.
I would prefer, uh, I would prefer talk a lot, and I would, I would take photo with them,
Hmm.
and I would comfortable
I
all
would.
models.
I would be comfortable
I would be
around.
comfortable, hmm,
All right.
around all models.
I would prefer to talk to them.
Uh-huh.
We usually use an infinitive after prefer. I prefer to eat with a fork. And whatever, as just an
Uh-huh.
example. Is there anybody that you would that is so attractive that you would feel
Hmm.
uncomfortable? Like, I don't know, Brad Pitt or if suddenly you're in the
Uncomfortable.
street
No, I
and
don't
Brad Pitt
know.
walked up to you and said, "Hello, could you tell me how to
No,
get
I
to
feel much happy. I
the
think I feel not uncomfortable, but I would talk to them, and no, I don't think
Okay.
so. I would have any problem.
All right.
Hmm.
Um, okay, one more question. Do you think that models portray an unrealistic image of beauty?
Unrealistic image of beauty, because when
Image
you
of beauty. Yeah.
image, yes, image. Um, yes, when you meet when you meet first time, maybe. Because but you know that the model, especially in pictures and in TV shows and in reality, is totally different.
Mm,
It's totally different because I have experience about that. So in pictures, it look very beautiful,
right.
and in yes, but in real, it's different. They say, oh, they're similar like us. So
Really?
yes, and yes, you we can I can say that an unreal, hmm,
Okay,
unreal.
it's unreal. Even when it's okay, even when it's a real photograph, when you're talking about models, they're going to be using all kinds of tricks. Whether they're
Hmm.
actually software tricks or whether it's how they do the lighting or, the background or whatever color they put in the model's hair, whatever.
Selfies. Hmm.
They're going to be using all kinds of tricks to make everything
Yeah.
perfect,
Yes.
not
Hmm.
not real. All right.
It's right. Hmm.
Okay. Um.
Yes,
All right.
nowadays, you can see that we have a selfies, and
Yeah.
everyone make more beautiful and how we say, uh, uh, white in color, and what they want they can do.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Selfies. All right. What is okay? Selfies. Rebecca, are selfies an expression of confidence in one's beauty, or are they too much? Are all right. Basically, Sam was kind of going in that direction. What do you think of selfies?
Well, first of all, I have to say and I have to recognize I love selfies of
Do
myself,
you?
you know.
Why
And
is that?
always, yes, yes, on Facebook and my friends looking, oh, look, these selfies, and laughing about it, you know. Well,
Okay.
we love that.
Okay.
As you said, I prefer always the natural beauty. So,
Okay.
but it's clear when I see a selfie. I have a selfie in front of me, and I can see if it's real or is modified. It was modified,
Uh-huh.
you know, or the girl is too much makeup. So, well, nowadays is something in our society very normal. So why not? I'm a really fan of selfies.
Okay. All right. So you're doing selfies to have fun and okay, have conversations with your friends. Yeah.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
Actually, yesterday a friend of mine posted one in on Facebook, and the title was "Here is my first selfies of the year." you know,
Oh
saying
yeah.
us okay,
Okay.
a lot ahead of us, and there were a lot of remakes below, ha ha ha, laughing, So these things make us laughing and have a good
Yeah.
time.
I wish
It's
I.
not it's not like, oh, I'm going to make the best selfies in the world because I'm the most beautiful girl in the world. It's like have fun
Yeah.
with friends.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I wish I'd thought of that. Maybe I would have done a Facebook selfie and said, "This is me making a resolution not to make any selfies this year."
Is everyone can make a use of this social media as they want.
Right.
So I respect people who doesn't like do these things. I respect them. So they have to respect me. I like do these things.
Okay.
So
That
it's
seems
just
fair.
respect each other.
Okay. That seems fair
My
enough.
sister,
All right.
my sister doesn't like these things, and she always asks me, "Why are you doing these things? I don't like it." And I ask her, "Okay, I understand you don't like it. Can you understand I like it?" So
What difference
if I
does it make?
understand,
You really don't have to look. you know?
yeah, yeah, and I made these things in order to people like you could talk about it.
Ah, there you go. All right, you got me on that one. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm joking,
Uh,
but yeah.
all right. Uh, okay. Would anyone like to argue with with Rebecca about selfies? I'm not
Just
brave
look
enough.
my picture. Just look my picture on Berlin. It's
Yeah,
kind of
there you go.
selfie.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You're a woman of your word. All right, Roberto. Um, okay. For you personally, first impressions, when you first meet someone, what do you notice first? Their looks or their personality?
Uh, I think when you see a person for the first time, I think you see the face, the face, and Yes, it's normal, but I think it's depend the of the subject. If, for example, if you want to get a job, it's very important the first impression.
Okay.
And
Yes.
okay, after you are going to speak accurately or you are going to say things, but the first impression I think is very important for sometimes.
You know,
So
all the time. I
yes,
disagree with you slightly. The first impressions are pretty much always important, and more important than we give them credit for. All right.
mm,
So, okay, now you said, I'm going to continue with you for a minute. You said, oh, you see the face naturally. Well, you'd be surprised because I've asked this question in many classes with many students, and I get many different answers. My favorite answer, I'll share with you, I knew this guy who was 100 years old. He was my boss's old neighbor, and he used to just come around and distract my boss all the time. Anyway, whatever, 100-year-old man, and he would tell me, yeah, okay, you know what you have to look at when you're trying to get your young woman. He would always ask me the same question every time he saw me. Are you married? Are you married yet? No, I'm still not married. And he'd say, all right, when you're searching for your young lady there, you know what you have to look for? The first impression, which says it all right there, it's their ankles. They're just like horses. Look at their ankles.
mhm,
That's what he told me. If their ankles are trim and thin, they'll always be trim and thin, even when they get older. But if they got strong ankles, that means they can work hard. Thin, strong ankles, that's what you want, boy. That's what he told me. Like, he told me that. I remember that because he told me like 50 times. He would forget. He told me and tell me again.
And was it that?
What's that?
A real answer. Yes.
Yeah, that was his. Oh, believe me, that was his serious answer. He felt like you can judge a woman or you can judge a horse the same way by looking at their ankles. Hey, come
Oh
on,
my
he was
God.
100 years old, and this is back. He died in the 80s, so he was born in like 1880. Okay.
Okay, you know what? I wouldn't like to work for that man. You know, I never ever get a job in my life.
Yeah, I just remembered it because he always would forget. He told me the same thing over and over. Anyway, that's what he looks at. Roberto, you would be surprised. I've had women say, I always look at the person's shoes. I've had a few people tell me that's the first thing they're going to look at. All right, Roberto,
mhm.
men or women, who is most likely to look at looks and who is most likely to listen and try to look at personality?
I
Men
think
or women?
I think men uh, uh, I think it's very difficult to answer this. For example, if personally in a woman, I think I'm not sure. I think I will look first the face, the
Mm-hmm.
who is the physique. I think the
Mm-hmm.
okay, but if she is he is a man, I think I look the personality. I think. I don't know if the contrary is the main thing, the same. I don't know. If a
Okay.
woman, it depends on the sex, I think, in my opinion.
Let's ask the ladies then.
Yes,
One last question, Roberto. Are you a sucker for any individual feature? Is there some feature that just makes you go, ah? Like for me, green eyes, beautiful green eyes. I just, she could be like a gargoyle. She could look like she could have 6 arms and an extra ear growing off the top of her head. If she had beautiful green eyes, I would just be, ah.
yes. I think it's not serious, but I think it's a question of attraction. Attraction. It's natural. It's we
Yeah.
are we are humans. Okay,
Oh, sure.
you. It's important that you fake is not important, but it's your nature.
Is there any feature, like I said, green eyes drive me every time. You know, green eyes make me
Yeah.
crazy. Is there any feature that you particularly are attracted to?
Green eyes in a
Green
woman.
eyes? You
Yes, no, I like green eyes in a woman, but in
as
Spain
well?
it's not usual. Green eyes.
Yeah, yeah. It's uncommon. It's definitely uncommon. Okay. Um, okay. Well, I've only got a couple minutes, so I have to quickly ask the ladies. Uh, what are women more attracted by? What do they see first, the looks or the attitude or personality? Rebecca, what do you think? I'm talking about all women, not you personally, but all women, in your opinion.
I would like if I said the first thing I see or I notice is the personality. Of course, the first
Okay.
thing I see is the faces and the body. You know, if the
Yeah,
person
but
is attractive. That
like
is the
yeah,
first thing. Then
yeah.
after that, if the guy is nice, you know, the personality, of course, and always it's very important to be, for me, the most attractive thing after that, but that is the first thing, you know,
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
that, if he is intelligent, well, that is pure love, you
Yeah.
know, that would be true love.
Okay.
The
True love, huh?
combination,
All right.
attractive
Yeah.
and intelligent.
Yeah. I I have definitely I know exactly what you mean. I have definitely been in this situation where initial really fast first impression, oh my God, she's beautiful, and then she starts to speak, and 30 seconds later, oh my God, she's ugly.
Well,
Some people
yes.
ruin the whole thing by talking. You know, look, there's people like Paris Hilton. All right.
No, come on, yes.
Okay.
Imagine the
Out
opposite in men.
Look, outwardly attractive, but the person that she is, the deeper person that she is, she's very unattractive. I don't even find her physically attractive.
No, because
You know,
she's not real. She's not real. She's not natural, you know, and I don't
yeah,
like people like that, you know, it's artificial. You know when something is artificial, like a
yeah,
toy, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
No, 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 no,
Right,
no.
right. Plastic. Yeah,
Yeah.
in English, okay, we are plastic people or Barbie doll people. We refer to
Okay, I
people
can
like
say
that
that.
that are
Thank you.
very, very fake. We say, oh, Barbie and Ken, the dolls, you know. Oh yeah, she's a regular Barbie doll, meaning, no personality, all looks. Um, yeah. Okay. Uh, okay. Well, you know what? Actually, I've got to get going. I've got another private class to get to, so we're pretty much out of time. Thank you for joining me in the discussion today. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you again soon, hopefully. Bye for
Thank
now.
Thank you.
you,
Thank you.
thank you.
Have a good
Bye
day.
bye,
See
thank
you.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.